ठीक है। अब सोचो कि क्लास में सिर्फ एक टीचर नहीं बल्कि एक माइंड ओपनिंग मेंटर आ रहा है। उसका नाम है हुसैन इस्माइल। वो क्लास में आते ही चलकुथाता है, बोर्ड पर बड़ा सा लिखता है होमियोस्टेसिस, और फिर कहता है अगर तुमने होमियोस्टेसिस समझ लिया तो तुम्हें जिंदगी का बैलेंस भी समझ आ जाएगा। चलो अब डीप माइंडसेट लेक्चर शुरू करते हैं। पार्ट 1, लाइफ का हिडन रूल। सर हुसैन इस्माइल क्लास में कहते स्टूडेंट्स, दुनिया में हर सिस्टम एक रूल फॉलो करता है, बैलेंस एल्स सर्वाइवल, इम्बैलेंस एल्स डिस्ट्रक्शन। एग्जांपल्स: अर्थ का क्लाइमेट बैलेंस, ओशन सैलिनिटी बैलेंस, ह्यूमन बॉडी बैलेंस, और बॉडी के अंदर इस बैलेंस को मेंटेन करने का सिस्टम है होमियोस्टेसिस। डेफिनेशन सिंपल नहीं, फिलॉसफी है। होमियोस्टेसिस इक्वल्स लाइफ का कंटिन्यूअस स्ट्रगल फॉर स्टेबिलिटी। पार्ट 2, इंटरनल एनवायरनमेंट। सर बोर्ड पर दो सर्कल्स बनाते हैं। 1, एक्सटर्नल एनवायरनमेंट। 2, इंटरनल एनवायरनमेंट। फिर कहते बॉडी बाहर की दुनिया को कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकती, लेकिन अंदर की दुनिया को कंट्रोल करती है। एग्जाम्पल: बाहर टेम्परेचर 5 डिग्री सेल्सियस, 45 डिग्री सेल्सियस, लेकिन बॉडी का टेम्परेचर अप्रोक्सीमेटली 37 डिग्री सेल्सियस। ये मिरेकल नहीं, होमियोस्टेसिस है। Alright, let's dive into part 3, negative feedback, which I like to call nature's smart algorithm. Sir Hussain Ismail often says, the body is an intelligent machine and its software is negative feedback. Now, let me share a story with you. Imagine you have a water tank at home. If the tank gets full, the motor turns off. If the tank becomes empty, the motor turns on. This logic is what we call negative feedback. As soon as the system detects any imbalance, correction begins. Moving on to part 4, 4 characters of the story. Sir Hussain Ismail explains, every negative feedback is like a drama, and this drama has 4 actors. Let's break it down. First, we have the stimulus, which is where the problem starts. For example, an increase in temperature. Next, the sensor or receptor detects the problem. Think of your skin's thermoreceptors. Then, we have the control center, the decision maker. A good example is the hypothalamus in the brain. Sir Hussain Ismail describes it as the mini CEO of homeostasis. Finally, the effector takes action, like the sweat glands. The flow is simple: stimulus to sensor, to control center to effector, leading to balance. As Sir Hussain Ismail puts it, this is a biological management system. Now, let's explore part 5, thermoregulation or temperature control. In class, Sir Hussain Ismail poses an intriguing question. Students, what would happen if the body temperature rises from 37 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius? The answer is quite serious. Proteins denature, enzymes fail, and brain damage occurs. That's why the body reacts immediately. When the temperature increases, the body takes action. First, there's sweating, where evaporation removes heat. Then, vasodilation occurs as blood vessels expand. The result is an increase in heat loss. Conversely, when the temperature decreases, the body responds differently. Shivering causes muscle contractions that produce heat, while vasoconstriction narrows blood vessels. The outcome is a decrease in heat loss. As Sir Hussain Ismail wisely notes, the body is an intelligent thermostat. Alright, so the human body is about 60% water. If there's a water imbalance, cells can actually shrink or even burst. That's why, the body works hard to control its water levels. Now, the hero hormone here is ADH, or antidiuretic hormone. Let me tell you the ADH story. When dehydration starts, blood gets more concentrated. Osmoreceptors detect this change and send a signal to the hypothalamus. Then, ADH is released. Because of this, the kidneys reabsorb more water and urine output decreases. As I always say, ADH is the water-saving mode of the body. Now, during respiration, our cells produce carbon dioxide. If CO2 levels increase, the blood becomes more acidic. So, the body's response is to increase the breathing rate, which helps remove excess CO2. And remember, every breath you take is actually homeostasis in action. Glucose is the fuel of life. If glucose levels get too high, it can lead to diabetes. If they drop too low, it can cause brain damage. That's why hormones play a key role in controlling glucose. Insulin helps decrease glucose by making cells absorb it and by storing it as glycogen in the liver. On the other hand, glucagon increases glucose by breaking down liver glycogen. I like to say, insulin and glucagon are the economic ministers of the body. So, let's move on to the next part. Kidneys, the master filters of our body. Sir draws a kidney on the board and says, "Kidney Sirf waste removal machine nahi, ye chemical balance laboratory hai." The kidneys handle several important functions. They manage water balance, maintain salt balance, remove toxins, and even control blood pressure. Now, Sir explains, kidney ki real power ek microscopic unit mein hai. This unit is called the nephron. Each kidney contains about 1 million nephrons. The nephron has several key parts: the Bowman's capsule, glomerulus, proximal tubule, loop of Henle, distal tubule, and collecting duct. Sir also mentions, nephron is the mini factory of urine formation. Moving on, let's talk about urine formation. There are three main processes: ultrafiltration, reabsorption, and secretion. Ultrafiltration happens at the glomerulus, where blood pressure filters the blood and large molecules stay behind. In reabsorption, useful substances like glucose, amino acids, water, and salts return to the body. Finally, during secretion, extra toxins such as drugs, hydrogen ions, and potassium are added to the urine. So students, if you drink less water, your kidneys, well, they kind of take revenge. Yeah, really. Minerals like calcium oxalate and uric acid can form crystals, leading to stone formation. The treatment for this? Lithotripsy. Shock waves are used to break the stones apart. If the nephrons get damaged, your blood doesn't get filtered properly. The solution here is dialysis, where a machine cleans your blood, or sometimes a kidney transplant is needed. At the end of the lecture, I always say, students, the biggest rule of life is balance. Nature is in balance, the body is in balance, and whoever learns the art of balance learns how to win at life. Homeostasis is the maintenance of a stable internal environment through negative feedback mechanisms involving receptors, control centers, and effectors.